In our 7 Upfront report, we are focusing on helping veterans, not just on this day, but all year round. Many vets don't know that there are programs out there to help you with everything from housing to food to car repairs. Kwesi Betseral, who's the Veteran Services Director of Wayne County, joins me tonight, and we thank you so much for being here with us, Kwesi.
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
So let's begin with some of the services that are available to veterans in Wayne County.
All right. So again, I'd like to thank you for inviting me on behalf of Wayne County Executive Warren Evans. We'd like to thank you again. And so some of the things that we have in place for our area veterans are, if you reside in Wayne County, honorably discharged, served during wartime or peacetime, Wayne County Veteran Services can help you with rent payments, mortgage payments, car repairs, car note, furniture, food, work uniforms, moving expenses, maybe first month deposit if you're moving into a new apartment or something like that. Utility bills, that seems to be a big one in Wayne County. We can help through your utility bills. Property taxes, we go back to pay your property taxes for the last 3 years. So in this case, it would be going back to 2017.
That is incredible. And so many of our veterans need that type of assistance, Kwesi. How do they apply for this?
Well, thanks for asking that too. So they can start off with calling our number at 1-833-WAY-BETS. And I'll say it again, 833-WAY-BETS. And so since COVID-19 has seriously impacted our nation, we've been taking all of our services online. And so they can call that number, and then we start that process right there. We'll give you a checklist of which documents to turn in so we can determine your eligibility. And again, you have to be honorably discharged, reside in Wayne County. And then my team can start that process, and they'll give you a checklist. We'll look for your DD-214, a series of bills, and things like that to determine the qualification. And so again, we're funded by your tax dollars from a Soldier Sailor Relief Fund created in 1899, and that's 1899, not 1999.
Appreciate that. One of the best uses of our tax dollars, because it really begins with just that kindness and respect and helping them lead the pathway to where they need to go to get help. So let's turn to the pandemic now. Impacting veterans in our communities. Talk about, how this has helped or hurt them.
Well, I think I heard part of your question. You may have broke up, but I can tell you what I'm learning is that because of COVID-19, a lot of veterans who need some counseling, they have not been making their appointments for whatever reason. But the VA proper is taking clients online. They're doing it virtually, just like a Zoom account. So I'm asking all my veteran brothers and sisters to please make those appointments. The VA is open to help you with those appointments. And then there's some doctor visits that they're doing remote where they can, but the VA, downtown Detroit and Ann Arbor, they're open to help our veterans. So we've seen some veterans be somewhat displaced in housing because they don't have income, and that's where we jump in and try to bridge that gap, and we'll pay their rent or their mortgage and their car note to help them get made whole. So that's what we focus on during this period.
And if they are able to have access to that technology, that can be easier to be in your home and to still get that service that you need. Right.
And let me say this too, also for our service, although I said we do everything remote, we do have the ability to take appointments, and we can schedule those appointments. Again, if you call 833-WAY-BETS, and then we can work with our veterans to help them. And so we also, I didn't say this earlier, but we also give $1,000 burial reimbursement to those veterans and their spouses that reside in Wayne County.
So appreciate.
So we go out of our way to help. There's so many. I think this is one of the best kept secrets in the county.
Yesterday, our governor, Gretchen Whitmer, and state legislature announced new bills that would make it easier for veterans and families to get jobs in Michigan when they return home from service. It makes it easier for them to get licensed in a profession. How will this make a difference?
Wow, that's going to make a serious impact on the lives of veterans. A lot of times when you're on active duty, you get certain skill sets, and those are pertaining to going overseas to fight, as we say, going downrange to fight. But those aren't transferable skills. I was an artillery officer, where there's nowhere I can go in America to fire cannons for a living. So getting those skills that allow us to transition properly into the civilian workforce in corporate America will do wonders for most veterans. So I think that's going to be monumental for those veterans.
And it's important for them to know that the help is there, because there's pride there in times that you don't want to ask for help sometimes, but it is there for you if you just tap into the resource.
Yes, ma'am. I can recall a few years back when I transitioned off active duty, I thought I was smart enough to figure out these processes for benefits, but they can become a bit dicey. And so what I would ask my veteran brothers and sisters to do is to reach out to a veteran service organization like the American Legion, the VFW, DAV, Best for Vets, or some other social service organization, and they can walk you through that process. And that's the most important thing. A lot of veterans will get frustrated because they don't have all the documents. But I would say, again, reach out to a VSO and they will walk you through that process. And you can call them at 800-827-1000, and that would be like a dream house for them. And they can partner you with somebody who knows how to do it.
Kwesi, so appreciated. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you so much for all that you do for veterans in our community and for your service. We thank you.
Thank you for having me. Take care.